All right, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you to week 5 of our online facilitation on NSC 512, Occupational Health Nursing. I want to thank those of us that out of our busy schedule, we've made it a point of duty to attend the live class Zoom class. Thank you very much. And without wasting further time, we'll proceed into the discussion for today. Today we are discussing Module 3. And Module 3, I have divided it into 2. We'll be covering part 1 today, which is Unit 1 and Unit 3. You'll be surprised, why should we discuss Unit 3 when we have not discussed Unit 2? I looked at it critically, that Unit 2 is actually very broad, but Unit 1 and Unit 3 can be combined, and that is why I've combined Unit 1 and Unit 3 together, which we are going to be discussing. But earlier on, I posted the instructional video on Module 3, Part 1, which is Unit 1 and Unit 3, and I believe that majority of us have been able to access it, and we've listened to it and read through, and we are going to interact together with it in the next 40 minutes or so. Actually, I'm not sure what is wrong with my Zoom account. Once it is 40 minutes, it ends itself. So if it ends, just kindly note. And also remember, last week, I did mention that we are going to have a quiz this week. So I'm not sure how many of us are prepared for it, but prepared your mind. I'm going to post the question, the quiz question on our chat for us to attend to. It is important to know that for assignment, for the quiz, and even for the interaction in class carries mark. So it's student choice to participate or not to participate. If you participate, you are earning yourself marks, which will add up at the end of the day to your final marks. And I don't think that students should waste even a single mark. For every opportunity you have to earn the mark, please maximize it. So like I said, let me quickly share what we'll be covering today. I've introduced that we are looking at Module 3, Part 1, Occupational Health Safety Requirements. That is the topic for Module 3. For Module 3, Occupational Safety Requirements. And Unit 1 title is Occupational Health and Safety, while Unit 3 is Evaluation of Occupational Health Practice. So that is what we are going to be interacting with or discussing with in the next few minutes: the occupational health and safety, the evaluation of occupational health practice. And so, like I always tell you every week since this semester commenced, for every unit or for every course or for every topic, there is the learning outcome for learners. And so we have on the screen the learning goals or the learning objectives or the learning outcomes for these units. At the end of our facilitation today, learners should be able to explain management commitment to health and safety to be crucial, describe why training is also a crucial component of any health and safety program, explain the meaning of occupational health evaluation and state types of evaluation. And learners should be able to explain the aims of evaluating occupational health practice, as well as state areas of occupational health that should be evaluated. And so, since what we are practicing in National Open University is a student-centered learning and not the teacher-centered learning, so I would expect that since you have been given the instructional video before the class, I would want those of us that are present in class to share with me what they understood from the video and the materials, your course materials you've gone through. I believe if you've not gone through the course materials, the 15-minute instructional video that has summarized the module, especially the Unit 1 and Unit 3. What do you understand by occupational health and safety? So you're welcome to share your thoughts and what you understood so far. So I've stopped sharing my screen. Okay, Janet Adebola, I can see your hand. You're welcome to contribute or ask your question.
Thank you, ma. In the slide, we talk about the Unit 1 and Unit 2, but Unit 1 comprises of occupational health and safety. This one gives a general information on occupational health and safety, because the issue of both health and safety are important and must be addressed in every workplace. Occupational health and safety, it requires the collaboration and participation of both the employers and employee in health and safety program. It still involves the consideration of issue relating to occupational medicine, industrial hygiene, education, engineering and safety, ergonomic and psychology. That is the occupational health and safety. We now have the aims of occupational health and safety, and the aims include the promotion and maintenance of the workers' physical, mental, and social well-being in all occupation. There must be promotion and maintenance of the workers, both physical, mental, in all occupation. The prevention of adverse effects on health caused by working condition among workers. There must be prevention for all the adverse effects that can cause any condition for all health workers. The protection of workers from risk, we must maintain that. And the maintenance of workers in an occupational environment. That was the aims of occupational health and safety. Then lead us to the importance of occupational health and safety. Fine, the research shows that there is a lack or inadequate attention given to the health and safety, work-related accidents and disease globally. That is from the research, that they neglect the health and safety of all the workers. Poor working conditions affect workers' health and safety. If they did not provide a good environment for working place, it can affect the workers' health, both their health and their safety. Unsafe working conditions are not limited to factories. They can be anywhere, whether indoor or outdoor. This can pose many health and safety hazards to workers. This is why occupational health and safety aim to prevent industrial accidents and diseases, and at the same time, recognize the connection between the workers' health and safety, the workplace and the environment outside the workplace. So that is the importance of occupational health and safety. This now leads us to the costs of occupational injury. As we all know, there is cost for everything we are doing. This leads us to the cost of occupational injury. We have work-related accident. can have many serious direct or indirect effects on the lives of workers and their family. So we have the direct cost of an injury for employee, which can be pain and suffering of the injury or illness, loss of income and cost of health care. That is the direct cost that an injury for employee that is as the cost of occupational injury that someone can get. And the direct cost on employee, payment for work not performed. It can be as a result of that, and medical and compensation payment, temporal increased training expenses and administration. So this one now leads us to health and safety program. There is health and safety program, including the scope, the extent of the problem worldwide in terms of accident and disease, the range of hazard, importance of management commitment and training of workers, and the role of the health and safety representative. Effective workplace health and safety program can help to save the lives of workers by reducing hazard and its consequence. Health and safety program also have positive effects on both worker, moral and productivities, which are important benefits. At the same time, effective program can be save employers a great deal of money. Therefore, it is essential that both employer and employee, as well as the union, are committed to health and safety. We now have occupational diseases. The occupational diseases that affect employee in different way depends on the nature of the hazard. As we all said before, the route of exposure and the dose have been recognized for many years. Occupational disease include asbestosis, those that work where the asbestos area, where they produce the asbestos, which is common in insulation, automobile brake lining, and silicon caused by silica, which is common in mining and sandblasting. Then leading poisoning caused by lead, which is common in battery plants and paint factories. This one, those people that are working in paint industry, where they make the paints, they are prone to lead poison. Then the noise, induced hearing loss caused by noise, where noisy machines such as drilling are used. It serves as occupational disease. All these asbestosis, silicosis, lead poison, and noise is as a result of occupational disease. This now leads us to unit 3, that is evaluation of occupational health practice. Evaluation, we can reverse it to the process by which we can measure the extent to which our objective has been met. So when our objective met, we can call it evaluation. And we have the types of evaluation, which is process evaluation and outcome evaluation. That's the two evaluation, the process evaluation and the outcome evaluation. We now have the aim of occupational health practice, that is to protect the employee against any health hazard that may arise out of their working condition. 2, to contribute towards the establishment of job to the highest position, degree of physical and mental well-being of workers. We now have the types of medical examination. Types of medical examination. We have pre-employment health assessment and periodic health assessment. As the word implies, for example, when everybody was employed to his or her job, there is pre-employment. After they chosen the people they want to pre-employment health assessment, they will for baseline data, for them to have their baseline data. So this examination is carried out before employment and should be a prerequisite for employment. The information obtained provide a baseline data about the employee with which the employee's subsequent health record can be compared. As I said before, if they don't have this pre-employment health assessment, the periodic health assessment will be difficult to know. So the purpose of this pre-employment is to ensure that the employee will not suffer ill health as a result of the work to be engaged in. Then it helps to ensure that other workers will not be endangered as a result of any defect in the employment. This now leads us to periodic examination. It's carried out as regular interval after the initial medical examination. The examination is to ensure that the employee working in certain occupational environments, such as quarries, minings, oil rigs, lead industry, continue to be in good health. The period between each examination will depend on the types of health risks involved. Example, constant exposure to radiographer, to radiation, cement workers to dust, and laundries workers to high level of noise require every 3 months to 6 months, depending on the degree of hazard to which the worker is exposed to. So in conclusion, evaluation of occupational health practice involves knowing the extent to which the aim and objectives of occupational health practice have been achieved, considering the health of the workers and the working environment. Then to focus on the assessment of the working environment, the health of the workers before, during, and at the end of the work. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Janet, for that brilliant contribution. You really summarized the lesson for us, and I want to say thank you so much for that courage to share your understanding on the unit. Thank you so much. I want to believe that the rest of the class are encouraged by your contribution, and I believe that others also will do likewise. Thank you. I can see your electronic hands. Please, you're welcome to give your thoughts or ask your question. Yeah, speak up. I've unmuted you. Okay. I've just posted the quiz question on the chat for those of us that are just joining last week. For those of us that were not here last week in class, I announced that we are going to have a quiz today, and I've just posted the question. Kindly post your answer back on the chat. Define occupational accidents and list prevention strategies for occupational accidents. That is the question. Please respond to the quiz, and you will be marked. Your response will be marked, or your answers will be marked, and will be part of your assessment for the semester. Okay, when you're ready to speak, Miguela, you can speak, because I've omitted you and I can see your electronic sign is still up. Hello? Speak on, we can hear you. The class is still in session. We can hear you, speak on. Okay, I guess your network is challenging there. When the network is fine, we'll be more than glad to hear your contribution. Is there any other person that wants to share? Hello? Hello, we can hear you. Speak on. Okay, good evening, ma'am. Good evening. This is Sophia Adokwe calling from the Lafia Study Center, ma'am. All right. Occupational hazard or occupational injury. These are injuries that occur within where somebody is working. For example, if I work in a textile industry. Excuse me, are you responding to the quiz or to the class? I'm responding to the quiz, ma'am. You are to post your answer on the chat, please.
Okay.
Yes, for the quiz, you send your answer on the chat because it's going to be
Okay.
marked and
Okay.
awarded marks. So I'm
Oh,
not
how do
going
I
to,
do that?
no, you see on the Zoom, you will see participants, you will see chat. Click on the chat
Okay.
and type
Okay.
in your answer.
It's okay, ma.
All right, just send in your answers there, then it will be marked.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma.
All right. Omolekon, I can see your electronic end.
Ma, my question has been answered. I wanted to ask if we are to post it now that the class is on.
Yes, please. Yes,
Okay.
please. You
Okay.
have to post it now. It is the assignment that you post later. Also on your page, there will be an assignment, that one you post on the page. But this one, quiz, you post it as the class is in session.
Hello, ma.
Yes.
Ma, this is Janet, ma. I can't see the question when I'm talking before. So I want to see it
Okay,
now.
I'm posting it again. Is there on the chat?
Okay.
Is there on the chat? Define occupational accidents and list prevention strategies for occupational accidents. That is the question. That was week three topic that we covered. You can see I didn't give you quiz from last week because some of us have still not been able to digest it.
Hello, ma. I'm still finding it difficult to see the chat too. I don't know whether maybe it's from my phone.
Or are you using your phone?
Yes, ma.
Okay, the screen of your phone is probably small, so it will not bring all the options that you have.
Okay.
Yes, that might be the challenge. Yes, but if you can stroll it on the side where you will see, because on your Zoom, you will see mute video, you will see security, participant, but everything might not show at the same time because of your smaller screen. So try to scroll your phone towards left, towards right side. You will see chat. Then you can just click on the chat. It will allow you to type.
Or she should click on more after participant. Click on more.
Yes, more. Yes. Thank you so much. Click on more. Then it will bring the options for you. Then you can see chat and post your answer.
Okay, I've seen more.
Okay, click on it, then you see the option of chats.
Okay, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So send in your answers. I can see students sending in their answers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I also want to ask you to kindly encourage your other colleagues that you know. I sent a message as well as an email. All this is to encourage, because I know that we all have a busy schedule in our different assignments, but at the same time, this is also important. Please encourage your colleague to also make it a point of duty to attend classes. So, and you share with them the link. Is the same link you use throughout the semester every week. For the 8 weeks of our facilitation, is the same link. So you are welcome to share with your colleagues that are finding it difficult, because a lot of the students' emails are invalid. So some will say they don't receive emails. Probably you're one of the people that Janet, do you still have something to share? I can see that your hand is still raised, so you've not lowered your electronics hand. Okay. So while you are sending your your answers. Please, if you have shared, if you have contributed and asked your question, kindly lower your electronic end so that I'm sure that it's not a fresh question that you have.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, Elizabeth.
Yes, ma. I'm in the Enugu Study Center, ma.
All right.
Please, I have a question under this legislation. I don't know. Yes, I want to find out because we were told about the different laws that are applicable both for workers, benefits that each worker is supposed to have. So I want to know all these legislation and acts and laws, are they applicable to workers in private facilities or just government-owned facility?
Both. They are applicable to, as long as you are employed, you are working, or with private or with government. The law is, the policy is applicable. And I also want to quickly say, we've not, that is unit 2, which we are going to discuss next week.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, probably because you log in late. I earlier mentioned that this module 3 has 3 units under it, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. And what we've just covered today, or what we are covering today, is unit 1 and unit 3. So next week, by God's grace, we'll be covering unit 3, which talk about the
unit
legislation. 2. Yes.
Unit 2.
Okay. Yes, unit 2.
Okay,
so next week, it's good that you have gone through it. So next week, you come back with your question, then you understand it better, but also ensure that you listen to the instructional video on that unit before you come to class. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you for participating today. Appreciate.
Thank you.
Okay, any other contributions or questions? I can still see Omolekon's electronics end, or do you still have something to say, or is the previous end that has not been lowered? Okay, I assume that you've not lowered your electronics ends from the previous. Okay. Please keep sending your answers. Keep sending your answers, reading through. And don't forget, also in addition, I think by next week, I'm going to post a discussion on the school page. Please read the discussion forum and participate. The question is, define occupational health accidents. List the preventive strategies for occupational accidents. That is the question. So for those of you that are asking the question, just scroll up. You will see the question has been posted earlier. Why you are not seeing it immediately is because answers are coming in. So it's overriding it. But just scroll on your phone, scroll up, you will see the question. Occupational accidents and the strategies. So I'm posting it again. So that's the question. Define occupational accidents and list the prevention strategy for occupational accidents. That's the question.
Hey, I'm in class, go.
Hello, ma.
All right. Yeah.
Ma, some of us have missed your class, so how do we do?
Okay. The instructional videos for the previous 4 weeks are on your
Yes, ma'am.
student page. Download the
Okay.
instructional video, then
Okay.
you listen to it. Is a summary of each of the units for each week. And for this
Okay.
online that we are having this 1 hour also, by God's grace, tomorrow I'm going to post it on your student page. You also listen to what we have covered so far. But so far, I think it's from week 3 that majority of you have started attending. But the instructional
Honestly.
video is very important from
Okay, ma.
week 1 to date. It's been
Okay,
there
ma.
on your student page. Download it. If you have problem downloading it, please feel free to communicate with me, then I will direct you. Just click on it. You will see a purple like icon. On top of
Okay.
it, you will see 3 bars. On that 3
Mm.
bars, just use your cursor, place your cursor on it. You will see where one says download. Click on download, then it will be downloaded. Then you can say
Okay.
open with whatever
Okay.
apps you are using, whether VLA, whether media, you download it, then you will see it. Listening to
Okay.
it, then you will not be missing anything.
Okay, so we are going to get the video in the student e-weaver.
Yes, it's there.
Okay.
For each
It's
of the
okay.
week, you will see week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5.
It's okay, ma.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You also have your e-library there, where I provided you with additional materials. So you can also look at that.
It's okay.
All right.
Ma.
All
Hello,
right.
ma.
I can hear you.
Okay, ma, please. I don't know if I can, under this health and safety program.
Okay.
Is a subtopic in unit 2.
In module 3.
Yes, unit 2. That's this part of the ones we just did. The other lady that was explaining is part of the one she talked about.
Okay.
That is under unit 1.
Yes.
Occupational health and safety.
Okay. Okay. What's your question?
3.4. It has a subheading of health and safety program.
Your line is breaking. Can you come again, please?
Okay. Am I better now?
Yes.
Okay. I said that 3.4, it has a subheading, health and safety.
Yes.
Health and safety programs. And beneath, they have this 1, 2, 3. And so I don't know, my question is, this under the health and safety, they talked about the scope. Is it the scope of what that the program comprises of? Because they have the scope, the essence of the problem, and have up to 4. Are they telling us about what's the comprise of that's the health and safety program, what it comprises of?
Exactly. Those are what it comprises of, and each also has a details like the scope. In your course materials, you will see that they are explained, but because the instructional video, I cannot cover everything. It's a summary. You get it? What I did in the instructional video is to summarize unit 1 and unit 3 for you. And so that is why it is important that you listen to the instructional video and you go to your course materials. In your course materials, you will now see that it gives explanation of the scope. of each of the steps that is mentioned. Okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So if, like, for example, now one is asked to write short notes on health and safety program, that means all those 1 to 4 will be, you have to highlight points from there.
Exactly. Exactly. You write a short note on it, and that is when you can hand back.
Wow. Thank you, ma.
All right, you're welcome. Any other question? Gabriel, I can see your electronics end. Please,
Okay.
you're welcome to share.
Yes, thank you very much.
Contribution.
You mentioned the school page.
I did
that
what?
You are going to. You mentioned that you are going to post some question on the school. Hello.
Hello.
Please hold on for Gabriel.
My problem is I sent my message. It went to a private work, one of us. I sent my answer.
Hello.
Gabriel is still speaking. Let Gabriel finish her thought. Then you will lodge your complaint. Lekon.
Thank you very much. You said that we post some question on the school page. So where can we find that? Is it the
next
same
week? Next week. It's a discussion. I will just post in a kind of discussion. Then you have to share what your thought is on it. Next week, I'm going to post a discussion on the forum. You will just see it, a forum discussion. You have to read, you have to contribute. And what has been discussed, you also have to read what your colleagues also have contributed and either enhance it or go against it, depending on what the question is. Expect it next week.
Okay, what I'm asking now is that, is it the same page? This is
yes.
where we are receiving lecture.
Yes, it's not the same, it's not Zoom.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
When
you are downloading your instructional videos, when you are checking, yes, the Zoom link.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
Hello, ma.
All right, Makinde.
Hello, ma.
I can hear. Okay, Omalekon.
Please, ma, I sent my own contribution. It went to a private work, one of us.
How did that happen? Did you send it on the chat? Are you, if you open a Zoom link, this Zoom link, if you are on this Zoom link,
it's reflecting on a private work, one of us.
How possible is, how possible?
I went to Josephine Noye privately. It just went to Ogbano Josephine Noye. And I don't know how to send it again.
Okay, copy it. Are you using phone or laptop?
I copied it. It's refusing to paste.
Okay, it's noted. Lekon, your name is noted. It's noted. Did you receive my email?
Yes, ma, I received today.
Please send your response, send your answer via email.
Okay, ma.
Yes, you can send it at your leisure, probably later after the class. Just send your answer to my email. Then I'll be able to mark